Let me tell you this story before you aspire to be rich. Two people, the same 24 hours in a day. One worked hard for 40 years, loyal, first in every morning, last to leave. He retired with just enough to survive, then called it a life. The other was invisible 5 years ago. No name, no money, no edge. Today, he looks untouchable. Wealth, options, freedom, same hours, opposite endings. Effort was never what separated them, so ask the real question. What decides the speed at which wealth arrives? That is the fastest way to get rich, and almost no one teaches it. The people at the top would prefer you never found out, because speed of wealth is not an accident. It is a decision most people never realize they are allowed to make. To get there, we must kill the most expensive lie anyone ever sold you. Someone handed you a simple equation: more hours, more money, more grind, more success, more sacrifice, more reward. It feels true. It feels fair. It is neither. Because if effort alone built fortunes, the most exhausted people alive would be the richest, and they are not. Think about the laborer, the nurse, the farmhand. They work harder than almost anyone, and they stay poor anyway. And the hard worker who did get rich, his hours never made him rich. His money came from what those hours carried. Ownership, a share, a system, the upside. The hours were the seed. They were never the engine. Sit with that for a second. Here is the trap nobody names for you. There are only so many hours in a life. Cap your income to your hours, and you cap it forever. Sell your time, and you rent out the one thing you can never refill. Hard work makes you useful. It does not make you rich. The wealthy figured this out early. They stopped selling their time and started building leverage. And that idea is 500 years old. A Florentine wrote it down, and the powerful still quote him behind closed doors. Money is not loyal to the smartest person in the room. It is not loyal to the busiest either. It flows to whoever controls the direction, whoever shapes the decision, whoever sees the opening before the crowd wakes up. Call it cold if you want. It is still true. Money flows toward power. Look at the Medici of Florence. They did not grow rich by laboring. They controlled the banking, the patronage, and the politics everyone else leaned on. That was the exact world Niccolò Machiavelli lived in. He wrote The Prince around 1513 and dedicated it to the Medici themselves. In that book, he drew a hard line between fortuna and virtue. Luck rules maybe half of what happens to you. The other half belongs to your power to act, and wealth rewards the half you control. Luck owns half the board. Machiavelli's lesson was simple. Go take the other half. So stop chasing money directly. Build the power that money is drawn to, which begins with the one rule the rich understand in their bones, and the poor are never taught. Rule 1. Own the machine. Never just run it. Every economy runs on two roles. The worker inside the machine, and the owner of the machine. Same factory, same floor, same hours, under the same roof. One trades a full day for a wage, the other collects even while the lights are off. This is the first divide, and it decides everything after it. The worker is essential. He is also replaceable. The owner is neither, and that is the whole point. The owner holds assets that keep paying without his hours. A business, equity, systems that run on their own. An audience that listens. Each one turns a single unit of effort into output that compounds. The worker turns 1 hour into one paycheck, then starts over tomorrow. Look at Rockefeller. He did not outwork every oil man in America. At its peak, Standard Oil controlled roughly 90% of the country's refining. He owned the system they all depended on. You can spend your life perfecting your role inside the machine. The owner still decides whether the machine runs at all. Workers get paid for the hour. Owners get paid forever. So stop renting out your hours. Start owning the thing that pays you while you rest. And there is one asset the truly rich never sell. We will name it before the end, and most people give it away for free. But owning the machine means nothing if you are too afraid to grab the controls. Rule 2. Strike before you feel ready. The fast risers move, while everyone else waits. They wait for certainty. They wait for permission. They wait for the perfect moment to arrive. It never arrives. Perfect timing is a myth. Readiness is a feeling, not a checkpoint. And while you wait to feel ready, the window quietly closes on you. Someone with half your skill walks through the opening you studied for years. Hesitation feels responsible. It is the most expensive habit you own. Machiavelli said, "Fortune favors the one who moves with force." Greene wrote it as a law. Enter action with boldness. But boldness is not recklessness. Bold means decisive on calculated odds. Reckless means blind. One reads the board before moving. The other shuts its eyes and jumps. The bold do not feel less fear. They just refuse to let it cast the deciding vote. Every empire began before its founder felt ready. The window does not open for the prepared. It opens for the present. And how boldly you can move depends on something invisible. It depends on how the world already sees you. Rule 3. Engineer how you are seen. In a crowded world, how you are seen arrives before you do. People fund the one who looks certain. They follow the one who looks sure. They trust the signal long before they check the substance. The person who looks sure gets the meeting. The one who looks unsure gets ignored. Credibility opens doors that your results have not earned yet. And this is not vanity. It is infrastructure. Machiavelli drew two animals, the lion and the fox. Be the lion to command respect. Be the fox to read the trap. He also warned that men judge by appearances, and that reputation moves faster than reality. Treat your image as an asset you build on purpose. Build the proof and the polish together. The world rarely waits to see which came first. Control your signal, what you publish, how you present yourself. The standards you broadcast. Perception is not a lie you tell. It is a truth you broadcast. Reputation is currency you spend before you have earned it. But the sharpest reputation cannot save you if you are standing on dead ground. Rule 4. Abandon dead ground. Some rooms have no exit upward. Capped roles, flat industries, circles that punish ambition the second it shows. You can be the hardest worker in that room and still go nowhere. Stay loyal there, and it quietly costs you years you never get back. Two invisible traps keep you frozen. The first is the sunk cost fallacy. You stay because you already poured so much into it. The second is status quo bias. You default to no change, even when change clearly wins. Name them both, and you see the cage you have been standing in. Loyalty is a virtue. Loyalty to the wrong room is a slow death. You can love a place and still know it is finished. Every year you stay is a year you could have spent on ground that actually rises, and the grind alone will not free you, because speed is about where you stand, not how hard you push. Loyalty to a dead room is just fear wearing a suit. Those first 4 rules decide who you become. The next 4 decide how fast you move. Rule 5. Move within 24 hours. An idea with real weight has a shelf life. Wait too long, and it rots inside your head. You polish it, you plan it, you guard it from any real test. Overthinking is paralysis with good PR. The plan that lives only in your head has never lost. It has also never won. When an idea hits you, take one visible action inside a single day. Post it, pitch it, build the first rough version, message the first client. Clarity is a product of motion, not of more thinking. Motion creates information. Information creates clarity. You cannot think your way to either. The 24-hour rule beats the "when I'm ready" trap, because it removes the need to feel ready at all. One small action today beats a perfect plan next month. Pick your one move. Make it before the day ends. Momentum does not come before the move. It is the move. And the action that scares you most? That fear is data. Read it correctly. Rule 6. Let fear point the way. Most people read fear as a stop sign. The fast risers read it as an arrow. The move that scares you most is often hiding the biggest upside. And there is a reason. Safe feels so right. We feel a loss about twice as hard as we feel an equal gain. Loss aversion is why most people guard a small life instead of risking a large one. Your brain begs you to protect what you have and to call the cage comfort. Comfort kept your ancestors alive. Today, it quietly keeps you small, but a stable cage is still a cage. You trade 30, 40 years to build someone else's fortune. That is survival dressed as security. Comfort is the most expensive thing you will ever buy. The thing you keep avoiding is usually the door you need, so walk toward it. That is where the growth lives. Ask yourself right now, are you selling your hours or building something that runs while you sleep? Your fear is a map. It marks where your next level is hiding, but courage in the wrong arena goes to waste. Where you fight matters as much as that you fight. Rule 7. Hunt where the current runs fast. Some arenas compound, most do not. You can be brilliant in a dying industry and still drown. Technology, media, finance, digital products, attention. One move in the right arena can reach thousands or millions. A small shop on a dead street works twice as hard for half the result. The arena decides the ceiling before your effort gets a vote. Greene called it the art of timing. Being early in a rising arena beats being excellent in a dying one. For a creator, a single piece of content can scale across the world for free. That is why attention is the fastest arena alive today. Remember that asset the rich never sell. This is it. Attention is the thing most people hand over for nothing. Scrolling, watching, building someone else's empire one click at a time. Money chases attention. Win attention, and the money follows the crowd. Pick the current first, then row. Rowing harder will not help against the current. Change rivers, and no one conquers a fast arena alone. Which brings us to the final rule, the most underused one. Rule 8. Multiply through other people. Go solo, and your output stops at one person, one mind, one set of hands, one hard ceiling. But borrow other people's skills, their capital, their networks, their audiences, and that ceiling disappears. Other people's time, skill, and reach become yours the moment you stop trying to do it all. Andrew Carnegie understood this better than almost anyone. He built a steel empire by surrounding himself with people sharper than he was. His own epitaph honored a man who knew how to enlist better men than himself. He sold Carnegie Steel to J.P. Morgan and helped form U.S. Steel. He did not build that with his own two hands. He built it through other people. Your network is leverage you can borrow before you can afford it. One strong partner can open a door that 10 years of solo work never would. Partnerships compress years into months. Stop being the bottleneck, become the conductor. The lone genius is just a bottleneck with good intentions. 8 rules. But 2 hard questions are forming in your mind. Let's answer them head on. You are already pushing back. Good. First, leverage just means debt and risk. It does not. Blind leverage is borrowing you cannot survive. Calculated leverage is different. Capped downside, enormous upside. The rich do not avoid risk. They shape it until the downside cannot kill them. Cesare Borgia was Machiavelli's model of bold, decisive power. He rose fast on his father's backing. The moment that backing vanished, he collapsed. Boldness without a base is not strategy. It is a gamble. Build the base first. Second, isn't this just cold manipulation? No. This is control over your own context, your own choices, your own position. It is not the sabotage of anyone else. You are not playing people. You are playing the board. Machiavelli's real spirit was pragmatic, not cruel. See the world as it is, then act. Honesty about the game is not the same as cruelty toward the players. Ruthless does not mean cruel. It means honest. Start playing this way, and expect a reaction no one warned you about. Move fast enough, and people will turn on you. Speed draws attention. Attention breeds envy, and the sequence is predictable. First, they doubt you. Then they resent you. Then they copy you. They doubted you to feel safe. They copy you to keep up. Machiavelli wrote that it is safer to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Greene's first law. Never outshine the master. Read the opposition correctly. Don't become a target before you have a base under you, and understand what the resistance means. It means you finally became significant enough to notice. Don't argue with the envy. Let it confirm that you are moving. The same people who questioned you will later ask how you did it. Silence is the real failure. The hate is just a receipt, which raises the only question that matters when you start with nothing. No capital, no network. Where do you even start? You start with the cheapest leverage on earth, knowledge and attention. Both cost time, not money, and everyone has some of both. Time and attention are the two assets you already hold. Spend them on yourself. Here is the on-ramp, in order. Build one small self-running asset, content, a digital product, an audience. Borrow other people's resources, their skills, their reach, their capital. Enter an arena where one move compounds. Then take your first visible action within 24 hours. This is the on-ramp for the ones still asleep. You already own attention. You are just renting it out for free. Point it at your own asset, and the whole game changes. No money is not the real barrier. Spending your attention on the wrong dream is. You do not need money to start. You need to stop spending your attention on someone else's dream. Which brings us back to the question we opened with, and to the real answer. Remember those two people we started with? Same 24 hours. One ended up free, one ended up finished. One worked for 40 years and called survival a life. The other was invisible, then suddenly untouchable. The effort was equal. The outcomes were worlds apart. You wanted to know what decided the speed. Here is the answer. It was never luck. The speed of wealth is engineered. And the 8 rules are the blueprint. Strip the 8 rules down, and 3 words remain. Every blueprint rests on 3 pillars. Position. Stand where scale is possible. Own the machine. Leave the dead ground. Hunt the fast current. Position decides whether your effort can ever scale. Reputation. Build trust and visibility so opportunity comes to you. Engineer how you are seen. Multiply through other people. Reputation makes the world bring opportunity to your door. Timing. Strike the moment the window opens. Move before you feel ready. Move within the day. Let fear point the way. Timing decides whether you arrive before the crowd or after it. Pause for a second. Position, reputation, timing. That is the whole machine in 3 words. Get all 3 right, and speed stops being an accident. It becomes something you can repeat. What looks like an overnight rise is never overnight. The overnight success spent years laying the foundation in the dark. You only saw the moment it finally showed. It was someone who positioned, built a name, and struck on time. The world watches the result and calls it luck. They never saw the blueprint underneath. Here is your move. Knowledge without a first move is just entertainment. You have the 8 rules now. The blueprint is in your hands. What you do in the next 24 hours decides whether they mean anything. Pick the one thing you have been postponing. The call, the post, the first version. Do it today, not Monday, not someday. The cautious will wait for one more sign. It never comes. Be the one who moves while they wait. Stop thinking like a servant. Start moving like an owner. Fortune never waits for the cautious. It moves toward the daring. This is the divide between the ones who watch and the ones who move. This is the moment the watching ends. The blueprint only works in the hands of someone who builds. And now you know the difference. The world will call it luck. You will know it was a blueprint. The game was never hidden from you. You were just never handed the rules. And now you have all 8.